What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel where we do shit COLTS way. I got the battery, well, one battery pulled out of the truck. The other one's gonna be a pain. I got too many accessories, so I borrowed one from another truck. I got two batteries. If you got a dual battery setup, if you got a diesel, you have a dual battery setup. You've got a built-in welder. What? Yeah, you can weld on the trail. Say you broke down, you got to get back somewhere. You got to weld something together just to make it back to camp or back to the highway. I'm gonna show you all how to do that today. So stay tuned. Hold up, look at this. Look at this, is this for real? She coming in, y'all. All right, enough about it, let's get to work. All right, I had this done a long time ago, but I'm a Michigan fan, rag me if you want, that's where I'm from. This end was cut out the side, on both sides, and then welded on the side. Well, this one came off. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna say this is like a trail situation. I'm just showing you how you have a welder. I ain't fixing nothing. Well, I ain't fixing this, but just watch. So I'm gonna clamp this with a clamp onto here. Now I got this grinder here with a sander on it. I'm gonna clean up the metal because you gotta have good connection. Everybody knows that when you're welding. And look, this weld's gonna be ugly as shit. I don't care that it's ugly. It's gonna get me back to the road and it's gonna hold my M up. I don't care, I'm not a welder. I do electrical work. I'm just showing you what you can do. So yeah, we're gonna have some keyboard warriors that say my weld's terrible, and I'll agree with you. I've welded a couple times in my life, and this is one of them. So here we go. I'm gonna pause the video. I'm gonna get this up here. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna clean up my surface to get a good ground, and I'm gonna clean up right here where I'm gonna tack weld it on there. And I'll pause the video and I'll come back when all that's done. All right, boys, so if it's an emergency situation and you broke down on the trail, you got to weld something to get back to the pavement, or you're just drunk one night at a buddy's house and you break some shit and you got to fix it, and they don't have a welder, let your boy learn you something. All right, what you're going to have to do, step one, grab your latte. There's a couple ways you can do it. Now, the first way is you'd have this little piece of jumper wire right here. You can essentially use this jumper wire or a second set of jumper cables. You'd use both positives or both blacks. So like you'd hook here to here will be the same as what this is. So for video purposes right now, only one of these has threads, so I got this little clamp right here. So this is, you're gonna put these batteries in series. You don't parallel it. Parallel would be like positive to positive, negative to negative. You don't do that. So you go from the positive, and I'm just gonna do this real quick here in a second. When I start welding, I'll tighten these down better. But so positive on one battery, and you clamp it to the negative on the other one. Okay? Then you get your other set of jumper cables, and this is pretty simple. So negative to negative, okay? Positive to positive. Got me? Get you a welding rod, and I put it in these little vice grips because it does hold it better. Okay? Now this is where it gets kind of tricky. Like you would think that you would hook the positive up to this and start welding. That's not how you do it. You got to be careful now with this polarity. So you take the positive and you put that on the piece of metal that you ground it to the piece of metal that you're fisting to ground or fisting to weld. And then you take this and put it in your negative. So you take this, clamp it to the metal you're welding, and then you weld with a negative end, just like this. You would think it'd be opposite, but you do it this way, it'll be a lot better. So that's really all there is to it. So let's finish this latte because it's cold. I like them cold. And we'll throw this video out. Let's roll, son. All right, so I know, hold up, let me let this mullet just flow. Okay, so I know like this would be a lot of stuff to carry your truck. So I don't have everything that I ordered, but I was ready to make the video. So I'm using this right now. It's my neighbor's. so the one I like. But so what I ordered an ammo can. I've got a bunch of them, but I just wanted one dedicated just for this. So I ordered an ammo can. I'm gonna put my weld. These are 3/32 welding rods. You want the small ones. The big ones are not gonna burn as good. And you can also do this. Makes this 24 volts. You could put another battery and make it 36 volts. It would be a lot hotter. Now the thing about this, you can't really control the amperage. You can't control it like you can a normal welder. But anyway, what I'm doing is I'm getting an ammo can. I'm gonna put this in the ammo can. I'm gonna put this set of jumper cables in the ammo can. And these other set of jumper cables I just keep in the truck. So, and then I'm gonna throw these small vice grips in there as well. And I've got some welding goggles, like actual little bitty goggles. This, you wouldn't want to carry this in your truck all the freaking time. And the goggles will be fine for just emergency situations like we got to do, you know, or whatever. It's not like we're pipeline welding, you know, with these goggles. But so all that'll fit in the ammo can, and I'll put those. I'm gonna put a link in the description to the stuff that I ordered in order to keep in my truck 24/7 in case I ever need a welder. I gotta weld something. I'm gonna put some links in the video description. They're Amazon links. I get a kickback from them if you click them and buy something. That's awesome. I appreciate it if you do. If you don't want to click them, just see what it is and go to Amazon yourself and get it. That's fine. But I just want to tell you that I do get a little kickback from them links. So let's roll, son. All right, boys. I showed you we got our batteries in series. We got this one little jumper goes from the positive on one battery to the negative on the other. And then we got our set of jumper cables. You can do it with 2 sets or this little jumper, either one. So I've got the one set of jumper cables I'm going to use. I got the black going to the negative, the red going to the positive on this other battery. And this is where it gets weird. You would think it's reverse polarity, but you would think you'd weld with the red. It's not it. So the red connects to what you're going to weld. And in this, it's easier. I have these little vice grips. It's easier to have control of this stick if you got these little vice grips right here. And that way you can it's just easier to control because this stick doesn't really want to sit inside of the jumper cables too good. But so that's everything. Let's see if I'm a dumbass or not. If I die, I want to die drinking some lattes. So it's the ugliest weld of my life. It's welded. It's not very clean, so it's not welding good, but you can see how dirty this shit is. And I didn't really take enough time to clean it properly, but it's welded. That's all that matters. I'll let your boy. any weld will look good if you grind it. But, so. Tell you something, son. You didn't know you had a welder, did you? Now, go ahead and laugh at my welds. I don't care. But, you know, I can't, like I said, this is about the 4th time I've welded in my life. It looks terrible. But the thing is, it's gonna get me out of a bind if I gotta weld something. So, off video, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the rest of this area. I was trying to make the video short, but I'm gonna go ahead and grind over here with my grinder to clean it up a little bit and tack weld this bottom piece. But as you can see, I just welded with 2 car batteries. I could be in the middle of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, son. Damn. Learn you something today. How about that? So let's recap, because it took me a while to figure it out too. So you can either do it with 2 jumper cables. Basically, if I had the other set of jumper cables, what I would do is let's take, okay, you saw how it was with this way. I'll show you how to do it with the other jumper cables. So this is the negative, that's the positive. Okay, your positive on that end is going to go to the piece of metal that you're going to weld, and your negative is going to hold your vice grips and your welding rod. Okay, so positive, negative. This battery's in series, and then red to positive, red to the ground over there. It's weird. And then negative, and then your welding rod is going to go into your negative. So it's the exact same if you had another set of jumper cables. All you do, I got that too tight. Okay, I'm trying to hurry for y'all. So, and look, don't do this with your battery hooked up to your truck. Like, you got to take them out. You see what I'm saying? Take your batteries out. If you decide you want to weld with everything hooked up on your truck, well, you voted for Biden. Don't do that. Diesel, hush, hush. So basically, I got this other small set of jumper cables. I'm gonna go positive to right there, and I'll take the other, Diesel, no sir. He's looking at a bird up there. He catches them all the time. I'll put a video in this video, him catching one. So basically, that is what that jumper is, and these other 2 little leads on this one set of jumper cables would be nothing. Okay, then I go from positive, diesel, and negative, and then I just weld the same as down there. I just use this other set of jumper cables, and I use just the positives or just the negatives to make that connection. But that's it. Let me pause this real quick. Diesel, here. I'm tired of it, son. Come here. Sit down. Sit. Chill out, bro. Chill out. Okay, let me pause this, and we'll start the video somewhere else. All right, guys, as always, I appreciate y'all watching the video. If it helped you in any way, or you didn't know you learned something, hit that like button, give me a sub. I'm trying to grow the channel. I don't know if you noticed, I got a Lariat Sport Grill on the truck now. Had a subscriber, Zach. He just had it laying around in his garage. He asked if I wanted it. Of course, I said yes. I offered to pay for it. He said no. I did pay for shipping, but it looks really good. So Zach, I appreciate it. Like I said, I appreciate all y'all watching. If you got any comments, or if you got anything you want to know or whatever, just put down in the comment section. I like talking with y'all. But you know what we do. Until next time, God bless, and just damn. Where the hell did this sumbitch come from? Bumper cars? Till next time, just send it, son.